The House on Melody Street. In a 5-story house on Melody Street live 5 families I would like you to meet. On floor number 1, overlooking the grass, happily lives the family Brass. Tiberius Tuba with a deep, deep voice and a serious look that he puts on by choice. He's a traffic policeman with a badge made of steel, king of all things that move on a wheel. Tori Trombone, all day she is cooking. Father Tuba says she is very good looking. Sister Heidi Horn, she just turned 12. Got lots of dresses she keeps on a shelf.
Wow!
And last, Timmy Trumpet. He likes to play games. If something goes wrong, he's the one Father blames. On the 2nd floor, in a flat worthy of kings, lives the well-educated family Strings. Benson Bass, he's a college professor. Smoking a pipe, he's a real fancy dresser. Chelsea Cello, she's busy each day. She works at the school and teaches ballet. Vicky Viola, she prefers violina. Her dream is to become a world-class ballerina. And little Val Violin, he's allergic to flowers. So he sits in his room for hours and hours playing all sorts of games on his laptop computer. Mother Cello says
He couldn't be any cuter.
on the 3rd floor, there's no room for discussion. Lives the awfully loud family percussion. Father Timpani Tim, he's big and he's fat, makes lots of noise as he walks through the flat. He works as a loadmaster down at the dock, making sure that things run as smooth as a clock. Mary Marimba, with a big white smile, a hairdresser, she cuts with speed and with style. Sammy Snare, he's a sports fan and likes to play ball. He plays in the bedroom, the kitchen, the hall. And baby sister Glockenspiel, her brother calls her Glocky. She looks just like her mom, and father says
she's lucky.
Who lives on the 4th floor? They're long and they're thin. You guessed it, that's right, the family Woodwinds. Barry Bassoon, he works hard all day. He has lots of money, but no time to play. Abby Obo, she enjoys painting. She paints when it's hot and she paints when it's raining.
Lovely.
Calvin Clarinet, he studies so hard, never goes out to play in the yard. Phoebe Flute, she's just like her mother. She'll always be painting one thing or another. And little baby Piccolo, he's awfully glad. He has some time before he'll choose to be like Mom or Dad. And in the basement apartment lives old Lady Harp. She's a little confused, her mind no longer sharp. She's afraid of the dark and afraid of the rats, so she lives with no less than 9 fluffy cats. She sings to herself, and she sings to her kittens. When cold winter blows, she knits them all mittens. And in the penthouse apartment with view to the moon, no one lives at the moment. This will change very soon. But all is not well on Melody Street. In fact, you can say things are a little offbeat. Such lovely neighbors, but you'll realize soon that the 5 families are just out of tune. Each family sings like the bird on the tree, but each family sings in a different key. It's Saturday morning, the sun barely up, yet Barry Bassoon is on his second coffee cup. Reading the paper like he does every morning, in walks Abby Oboe, still yawning. He kisses his wife and he walks out the door, works 7 days a week, and wishes there were more. At the Strings kitchen table sits Father Bass, as cello pours tea with ease and with grace. Bass mixes in sugar, heads in for a sip, but the tea is too hot and he blisters his lip. Then enters Vicky Viola with a spectacular swirl.
Good morning,
Says Mom to her favorite girl. Vicky is dancing. She's bending and leaping.
Where is your brother?
Asks Father.
Still sleeping?
Val's in his bed. He's deep in a dream. He's captain of the school's basketball team. They are winning 107-0. He scored every basket. And now he's the hero. Then all of a sudden, he's back in his bed. Nothing was real. It was all in his head. Heidi Horn in the garden is catching some sun. It's bad for her skin, but it's far too much fun. At the other side, Sammy and his favorite ball. He kicks it at the crumbling backyard wall.
keep it down,
Says Heidi,
I'm trying to rest.
but Sammy rudely ignores her humble request. In the meanwhile, Timmy Trumpet is planning a mission. Balloons filled with water are his ammunition. He has opened his window and it's safe to bet that in a moment or two, someone's gonna get wet. He is looking for targets and takes aim at Snare. But Sammy is a bully and Timmy won't dare. Next he aims at his sister, then he thinks twice. He promised his father he'd try and be nice. So he's looking around from inside his flat when he spots old lady Harp's favorite cat. It's the one that is noisy and goes through the trash. So he aims, releases, and waits for a splash. But the cat is too fast and he scoots out of sight. The balloon hits Sammy, to Heidi's delight. Then out to the yard come oboe and flute. Both carrying easels, they look very cute. Oboe paints flute, flute paints her mother. They often enjoy painting each other.
Come see my painting.
says Phoebe when she's done.
Pretty.
Says Mother.
Let it dry in the sun. How do you like mine?
Asks Mom with a wink.
Not bad.
Says Phoebe.
It could use some more pink.
Then Phoebe paints a flower in yellow and blue, embraced by the sun and kissed by the dew.
How lovely.
Says Mom.
Who is it for?
But Phoebe won't say, and just stares at the floor. Up in his room sits Val Violet. He is looking at Phoebe with a blush and a grin. Val loves Phoebe like the shore loves the sea. He would love her forever if she'll only agree. But sadly, Phoebe barely knows he exists. He is thinking of ways to change all of this. He'll give her a flower, a rose, or a lily, though his allergies say
This idea is silly.
he'll write her a love song, both tender and sweet. If he knew how to carry a tune or a beat, maybe send her a letter dipped in perfume. All this he is thinking, but he stays in his room. Vincent Bay settles down on a chair in the nook. He plans to relax with a pipe and a book. These rare quiet moments are ones he enjoys. Then all of a sudden, a horrible noise!
It's an earthquake!
Yells Bass, his voice filled with fear. Jumps out of his chair, his panic is clear.
Relax,
Says Cello. Then she declares,
it's no earthquake, my dear. Just timpani upstairs.
What horrible manners!
says Bass with a frown, and yells at the ceiling.
Hey, Tim! Keep it down!
Above, Tim is marching with precision and might. He is practicing left and mastering right. Next week, he will lead the Seamen's Parade, and he must get it right. No mistake can be made. Mary Marimba is there, cheering and clapping. Such noise they both make. Still, Glocky is napping. Snuggled up in her cradle, all tender and sweet, her little hands swaying and keeping the beat. In walks Sammy. He's wet and he's cold. He might be a bully, but only 8 years old. Marimba yells out,
My boy, come to Mom. What monster did this to my little baby drum?
Don't worry, says Sammy.
Everything's fine. Sooner or later, revenge will be mine.
That's no way to talk.
Says Mom with concern. When raising her kids, she is loving yet stern. Trombone in her kitchen is cooking a meal. There's a meatloaf to bake and potatoes to peel, a chicken to roast, salami to slice, a salad to cut, and brown rice to spice. From counter to stove, from oven to sink, she doesn't have time to stop for a drink. Then Tuba walks in, his mind set on food.
I'm hungry,
Says he.
and something smells good.
But good is a matter of personal taste, and one man's treasure is another man's waste. If you ask Lady Harp what she honestly thinks, she would probably say,
Trombone's cooking stinks.
in her basement apartment with a sniff and a cough. She closes her window, 'cause she's just had enough. Now it's plain to see that something is wrong. None of the neighbors are getting along. Not the children, the husbands, or even the wives. Then one sunny morning, a new neighbor arrives. First comes a big truck with the furniture movers. They carry things up with impressive maneuvers. Then Conductor arrives in a long black car. With a suit and white gloves, he looks quite bizarre.
Hello, my new neighbors.
He loudly declares. Enters the building and climbs up the stairs. Into his penthouse apartment he goes. Who he is, what he does, nobody knows. All the children rush up to the 5th and last floor, but Conductor has already locked his door. Then Sammy turns to Timmy with a menacing face. Timmy is scared, and here comes the race. Around the stairway they run with great speed. Sammy's quite fast, but Timmy has the lead. Running behind him is Heidi Horn.
Stop it!
She yells.
Leave my brother alone!
But Sammy won't stop, and he won't forget that day in the yard when he got very wet. With great speed he runs, in a second he'll catch him. But fear makes Timmy much faster, just watch him. He makes it at last to floor number 1. Makes faces at Sammy cause he knows that he won. He opens his door and walks boldly inside.
You're too slow for me, Flair, but at least you tried!
Now just outside Conductor's door, Viola, her brother, and the girl he adores. Viola takes off with a bounce and a spin. Just 2 kids remain, flute and violin. They look at each other, not saying a word. Val is too shy. He feels quite absurd. Phoebe gives him a smile. It's a beautiful sight.
That was funny,
She says.
watching silly boys fight.
Val keeps quiet, not sure what to say. So Phoebe finally shrugs and just walks away. Val left behind, standing alone. He looks at her go, and he lets out a moan.
Oh, I should have said something.
He thinks with regret, but he didn't, and now he is really upset. And then through the door, as he's about to depart, comes a soft whisper.
Just follow your heart.
In his room, clarinet is buried in papers. Books are piled high like New York skyscrapers. Oba walks in and says,
I don't mean to bother, but I'm on my way out. Will you babysit your brother?
Today's not a good day.
He starts to protest.
I'm studying hard for tomorrow's big test.
School is important.
Mom answers her son.
But it's just as important to have a little fun. Take Piccolo to the park for an hour or two. It will clear your mind, and there's a really nice view.
She hands over the baby and leaves in a hurry. Clarinet looks at Piccolo with confusion and worry. He never babysat, but he'll give it a try. Of course, immediately, Piccolo starts to cry. Down the street comes Piano. He is under a spell. Reaches Harp's door and rings the bell. With a box of chocolates and a pretty bouquet, Piano is nervous, 'cause today is the day. He has known Harp for years, but can no longer wait. Finally, he will ask her out on a date. As she opens the door, he is down on one knee. She smiles and invites him in for some tea. It could be destiny, or just pure chance, but it looks like the beginning of a beautiful romance. Now it's been a few weeks since Conductor moved in. He has learned a lot, 'cause the walls are thin. The lack of harmony is quite plain and clear, and Conductor was blessed with a sensitive ear. So he came up with an excellent plan, for Conductor is a very wise man. He'll invite his neighbors for a big celebration. All the children offer help without hesitation. A party in the house gets them really excited. That is part of the plan, and Conductor's delighted. There is much to do and much to prepare. For cleaning the room, there's trumpet and snare. So busy they are moving things left and right that for the first time in weeks, they've forgotten to fight.
I'm sorry,
Says Timmy when they take a break.
I wasn't aiming at you. It was just a mistake.
Sammy gives him a smile, 'cause Timmy made amends. From now and forever, they will be best friends. Heidi Horn is in an excellent mood. Conductor has put her in charge of the food. And Vicky Viola, you can tell in one glance, will provide entertainment in the form of a dance. Clarinet is there too, with a smile on his face. He picked up a broom and is cleaning the place. Phoebe volunteers to paint decorations. Val looks on with clear admiration. He is happy to lend a helping hand and will do whatever Flute commands. He hangs her drawings up on the wall. Standing on a chair, he tries not to fall. Val says,
I love what you drew.
and Phoebe answers,
Thanks, I made one for you.
She pulls out a drawing with a smile and with ease.
I know you're allergic, but this won't make you sneeze.
It's the painting of the flower. She drew it for him. So Val decides to go on a whim.
I love you.
He says and gives her a kiss. She kisses him back, and Val is in bliss. It's the night of the party, and one by one enter the guests, and missing are none. Leading the way are tuba and trombone, with their lovely children, Timmy Trumpet and Heidi Horn. Next to arrive are cello and bass, then Vicky Viola and Val, with a smile on his face. Timpani, marimba, one after the other, then baby Glocky, and Sammy, her big brother. Bassoon hurries oboe, he hates being last. Clarinet holding piccolo walks in very fast. Phoebe Flute looks around as soon as she's in. She's looking for her new boyfriend, Violin. Then finally Lady Harp. She's fashionably late, accompanied by Gentleman Piano, her date. What a great time they're all having tonight. Then slowly by slowly, they all start to fight. No one knows how it started or why it began, but Conductor is smiling, 'cause it's part of his plan. Tuba tells Bassoon,
Your car is too long. It's blocking the driveway, and that is just wrong.
Bassoon quickly replies,
I don't care what you think. When your wife cooks dinner, the whole house stinks.
Then Timpani says,
Keep it down, you're too loud. We're guests in a party, no yelling's allowed.
Then Bass says to Timpani,
You're one to talk. It sounds like an earthquake whenever you walk.
and so it continued. No end was in sight. If no one will stop them, they will go on all night. But Conductor steps up on a chair and yells out,
My dear neighbors, what is all the fighting about? Look at yourself and the examples you're setting. Your children are here and it's very upsetting. Fighting helps no one and brings no results. Why don't we try to act like adults? You all have complaints and you all have your pride. But just for a minute, let's put them aside. If you listen to me, you will easily see how much better our lives here could be. The solutions are simple, and I mean no offense. All you need is some patience and good common sense. Do to your neighbor as you would do to yourself, and the rest will simply take care of itself.
Quiet they stood there, not making a sound. Conductor then smiled and looked all around. His neighbors smiled back. They all understood. It has happened exactly as he knew it would,
My dear friends,
he said.
let us all make a vow to start our new lives here and now.
They clapped and they cheered, the room filled with laughter, and they all lived in harmony, happily ever after.